that we was having here are 10 times more. They are so because the community and the people that once you get to know certain people, you get to treat them a certain way. There's certain things you're not gonna expect or you're not gonna look forward to from people. But once you done moved all the people away, you bringing all these new motherfuckers in. Bro, it wasn't, we never had no homeless people sleeping in this park. Even though this motherfucker was the worst part of the city, wasn't no homeless motherfucker sleeping outside. How do we have it's bad because a motherfucker can get a job and go to work 40 hours a week. Right. And can't supply his basic fucking needs. A gallon of milk is $7. Minimum wage is what?
Like running around in a circle.
You damn near got to work a whole hour in order to get 2 gallons of gas in your car. How you gonna make it back and forth to fucking work, goddamn it, when the money that you making is not enough to sustain your goddamn bills? So now you got to neglect either eating or goddamn go to work. The slaves made better wages. That's the gentrification when you done took the people out of their position to where they was able to survive and now they can't survive no more. But you're thriving in their place. Who's thriving in our neighborhood?
That's what you see, though. Arabs seem to be doing very well.
City councilman got them able to buy houses, and how the hell a city councilman in what is let's think about this. How much money does a city councilman make yearly? See, we gotta start breaking down their numbers too.
Yeah.
Because y'all are public servants. If you're a public servant, then you got to be serving the public. You're not serving the public if you fucking making everything beneficial. Right. You making it beneficial for everybody but the people that's supposed to be serving these people.
That's the ass back. How you for the people? And you get more than the people and watch the people suffer. That's a great question, great point. That's something I guess the people have soul search or something. Check
this is what they need to be talking about with this motherfucking mayoral race. You talking about who gonna be able to bring some motherfucking politics and businesses and everything they're saying is talking about generating money. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back 30 years. How much taxes was being earned in the city of St. Pete 30 years ago? And let's look at the taxes that are being earned in the city today. What they get over $1 billion a year in tax money? Where is it going?
No, I'm saying,
They get over $1 billion a year in tax money from properties that they have took from us, where we was able to live at. You came in our neighborhood, used weed and seed programs and saying that if the person next door to you upgraded their windows and you didn't upgrade your windows or your doors, they can come in and weed and seed and take your property. This is how they listen. These people have systematically taken everything from us with code enforcement. With a pen and a paper based on the fact that, bro, they come in and just condemn your house because they saying that you can't keep your shit up to codes that they're steady upgrading every year.
Purposely weeding you out.
Weeding seeding you out to bring in what they got now. Every other house around here is a white person in it. 30 years ago, a cracker couldn't come through this neighborhood. Every bitch around here gonna be at his motherfucking throat.
And why do you think that is?
What you mean? If a cracker showed up in this neighborhood, he had some money. You was coming over here for one motherfucking thing. To get high. And the sole purpose of you coming here was gonna end up, you was either gonna pay somebody that or you was gonna get fucked up. The bitch you paying might get fucked up for bringing you. My thing is, when I was a kid, I didn't know anything about different nationalities until after I left my neighborhood. Even in JDC, county jail, until I got to prison, I didn't understand what a Mexican, a fucking Colombian,
What you thought all of them put them all in the same group?
they was all white.
All y'all motherfuckers white. They wasn't
The fuck you mean? It wasn't no, bitch, we ain't have
Chinese, Mexican, Arab, y'all was all white.
Y'all was all crackers when the nigga was a kid. I didn't learn the difference until I made it to prison. To understand that, damn, these ain't nothing but poor motherfucking white people.
Damn.
The same shit they been doing to us, they done did to them. All the trailer parks missing now. So where you think all them trailer trash motherfuckers done at?
Where y'all went at?
They had a little more of a success rate than we did because they understood financial literacy. Them the motherfuckers that went and got other motherfuckers to invest in them. This is why you got all these slumlords around here.
So we've been taking advantage of because of our ego.
Financial literacy.
Well, we was never taught that after the 400 years of so-called being emancipated and set free or whatever. Mind you now, start that too.
Let's go
We
back.
couldn't read after slavery, man. How the hell we were going?
Who you thought taught them to read? Them people ain't bring you over here from another country. You was already here.
Right.
They came and enslaved the people here. The people here were living off the land.
Right.
They came here and took the land and made you have to pay for the land to be able to live.
In the war.
How in the hell it is that a couple people own 40% of the mineral rights to this country?
They say, your boy, what his name is, supposed to own the majority of the water in America now, Bill Gates. Who the fuck can buy up all the water?
How can you buy
that
water?
That don't sound crazy to a bitch. Yeah.
How can you buy what God gave us? How can you say that you have a right to control it? Who the fuck are you?
That's good. I want to hear the answer to that. Who the fuck you think you is? Apparently a bad motherfucker or something.
The next
Evil
10
motherfucker.
years you're going to be paying next year. In the next 10 years you're going to be paying for water. You're paying for things that were free. Everything, listen, you think they'll be...
That's pimp. That's some pimping shit right there. Fuck you making them
Nikola Tesla showed you that you can goddamn get energy directly out the air. Why the fuck are we paying for it when it's free?
And it's a brother I seen that got the machine that produced water from the air, and somebody sabotaged that. It's actually two brothers.
And it's a bunch of motherfuckers that got that shit.
And they silencing their ass up too, bro.
Yeah.
They silence you up, man. Like, they don't want you to live the way that God intended. So what way y'all want us to live? We ain't living the way that God intended to live. We living on, that's the devilish shit going on, man. Like I said, it ain't going against me the wrong way, man. Well, I just had to get up and cut some time out to talk about this shit here, man.
Gentrification ain't just started.
No, it didn't.
It's been here. These people that have a plan to relocate your ass from the fucking beginning.
And they executed it right now.
It's already it's been executed. You got more white people living in Jordan Park than anybody down there now.
That wasn't Southside St. Pete. The traffic, just driving the roads they used to drive every day growing up. You see a green light, most likely you ain't gonna catch that same green light. That bitch gonna turn red on your ass and then turn green. You might catch the yellow light. The traffic is so backed up and it ain't. You can tell people ain't really from here because how slow motherfuckers drive. They hesitate. You don't nobody know where they going at. That's part of a little bit of the frustration I go through just coming from work.
But you gotta think about this. How many motherfuckers have invaded this city? When they made it, okay, they made it affordable for them.
Right.
The affordability was for those that can come here and say, all right, this is really a retirement time. The majority of people coming here coming from out of town where a motherfucker, how much you think a house in San Francisco gonna cost you?
Probably up there, I imagine.
Florida is becoming the next San Francisco, New York.
You know what San Francisco got to offer there?
Steers and wheels.
Yeah,
Listen, man, you got okay, we're gonna go back to this LGBT shit.
the alphabet boys, the girls, y'all.
I wouldn't listen. Take it how you want to take it. I have a right to my own opinion.
Yes,
If God rained fire and brimstone down on the motherfucker, what make us better than them? He destroyed a whole world behind them. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Hey, you know they gonna take that. They gonna take that right there and spin that some kind of way.
You can't
They gonna
take
overlook God's word.
Listen,
You gonna overlook God's word.
How can you overlook God?
They trying.
So who are
they
you?
Damn sure trying. Exactly. That's another set. We gonna deal with that. We gonna deal with that.
That's part of the gentrification. Them part of the motherfuckers who took over the whole goddamn city. Who you think own 11th Avenue?
Central.
Man, listen.
You turn down Central on the wrong day, bitch. You gonna have a traumatic experience.
You can't go down Central no days. People got a fucking rainbow light that they flash over the whole fucking city. They got a light that will shine all the way from the bay to the bay.
Shit like the bat signal.
Literally, they got a fucking this.
What the fuck? Wow.
When that fucking parade be here,
Yeah.
it's a fucking light with them colors, bruh. That flash from the fucking bay, you can see that bitch all the way on St. Pete Beach.
Wow.
And it runs straight up Central Avenue.
They invested in a motherfucking light.
They got
You got
multiple lights.
homeless people around this motherfucker, but y'all can buy a motherfucking rainbow strobe light that shoot across the motherfucking other side of the world.
Man, you fuck around in certain days. They just had that parade down there. Every day that parade was down there for a whole fucking week straight.
Y'all can try to ban me for this shit. I'll give a fuck.
Hey, listen,
I've
they
been
can
controlling my
listen.
whole
We
life
got
now.
listen. We have a right to speak our opinion.
Yeah. You know that. They know that. We know that. They know that. But you know they mounting up right now. Soon we talking about this shit. Mount your asses up.
Mount it up because this is part of the gentrification. This is part of what y'all are trying to do. Y'all invaded us to run us out of here. Not only that, but you invaded us, you done corrupted our children.
Trying heavily right now. Put that in the school system. Can't talk about God, but you can hang the motherfucking flag. Just cartoons and shit, man.
How the hell you can't talk about God, but I can talk about motherfucking homosexuality? Sexuality shouldn't be taught to kids, goddamn it, at an early age. No fucking how.
Third grade, second grade, man. That's what that shit.
Second and third grade. What does a kid know about sex in the second grade?
You supposed to be all right with it as a parent, though.
How?
They trying to make you be okay with.
These are the things that I fight with these people about on a daily basis.
I be saying, bro. I be saying, yeah, man.
These
Keep going,
motherfuckers
man.
want you to send your kids to school.
To the killing fields.
But this the thing, your kids spend more time with them people than they do with you.
So what's
If the first third of their life is spent learning from other people, what are they getting from you? That's part of the
Not enough.
gentrification,
I'm
right?
saying not enough.
If your children have to go to a school, a whole fucking board, everybody listen. the school board, the fucking commissioners, the mayor, all them people are working together. Who pays the school? Where does the tax money come from to pay for the schooling? From the people. Who the motherfucker that's working for y'all that's doing all the jobs? The people. You getting them up, bro. Slaves made better wages than motherfuckers do today. The slaves made better wages than you do today. Them people had food, clothing, and shelter. You can't provide that getting up and going and working a 9 to 5 every fucking day.
So they done scooted back to time for retirement. They want your ass to be good and old and about to die for you to collect any
Think about
motherfucking
this.
thing.
The inflation rate during the Great Depression was only at 4%. The inflation rate today is at 16%.
Damn.
That's triple the goddamn inflation rate when it was a depression. You done went through a recession and some more shit, goddammit. That was worse than a depression, and they called it a recession. And the people that are not seeing that it's not economically fitting for us. Nothing that's being done is being done in an aspect to help us.
So the black bodies that we do have in council or in the higher places, what do you think they're doing right now?
Them people ain't for you. Them people don't give a fuck about you. The mayor don't give a fuck about you. The city councilmen don't give a fuck about you. None of them people give a fuck about you, man, because you not bringing in no revenue. Them people are concerned with revenue. What are you bringing to this town that's making you beneficial till they have to recognize who you are? Pinellas County housed more juveniles than anywhere in the fucking world. Why do you think you had the 27th largest goddamn county jail in the nation? When you don't have the 27th largest population. Do the math. All the strong motherfuckers done been taken away. It's easy to conquer these other skills. Man. Same scheme has always been the plan, bro. You take the strong ones out the game, and then the weak ones you can run over them. You left with a bunch of weak motherfuckers that don't care nothing about nothing or nobody. You can't get these motherfuckers to stand up for their own churn. How the fuck you gonna get them to stand up for you in your cause? Out of the 50,000 motherfuckers here, you can't get 1,000 motherfuckers to come together for a cause that's beneficial to them. If you had all 57,000 motherfuckers backing you saying that, hey man, we tired of motherfucking being underprivileged and giving motherfucking places to go, they take you and send you to the worst places in the world. Yeah. Everywhere that they don't want to be.
What do you think our black folks' minds or attention is at right now? Or we think we've been distracted with it?
You definitely done been distracted. Everybody around here on some type of motherfucking drug.
Yeah, listen, this big too. Everybody perked out, yerked out, or whatever the fuck going on. Social media and that.
Listen, the problems that you're facing today are the problems that we was facing in the 60s. Prior to the crack era epidemic in the late 70s, the early 80s. Before cocaine overthrew crack, overthrew heroin. Think about it. They took it from the streets and gave it to the doctors. Now all them kids is on prescription drugs. Adderall, Percocets, Blue. They can't afford that. The next thing they gonna be on is heroin, fentanyl. This is a real epidemic in our neighborhood, bro. The people ain't did nothing but brought back the old. They done brought the old back and got it back new now.
they made it to where it's crazy because let's go back to what was going on in the 80s when Bushman was in office. He went over there fucking with them siders, goddamn, and got his ass kicked. He got out of office, his son went back in there, sent over them people over there, and went over there and kicked the little ass. But who ass was they kicking? We never found weapons of mass destruction. You went over there and took over fucking opium fields. You went over there and took over drug lords. You went over there and took over motherfucking all of the goddamn opiate trade. 30 years later, we have an opiate epidemic. Come on now, let's be for real with this shit. Let's look at what the wars have created and what they've done to us. When Obama was in office, he went over there and demanded 51% of China's economy. China told his ass, okay, we're going to give you that, but guess what? We're going to flood the streets with fentanyl. What type of epidemic do you have today? Who's causing these problems? Me and you ain't got no motherfucking way of getting that shit in and out of here. But the economically deprived are the people that get motherfucking the highest sentences for that type of shit. But them the people that need it the most. Because without that, they wouldn't have no economic standards at all. Soon as you get a little bit of economic standards in that, they come and they jail you for the shit that they done gave to you. That's part of the gentrification. It's not just goddamn the people moving in and taking over. It's a part of everything that's taking place when it's happening. How do you get to gentrified neighborhood? First, you have to make it into a place that's, you make it into the lowest of the lowest.
Underinvested working class neighborhoods. Underinvested, but it's a working class neighborhood.
Now, if it's an underinvested working class neighborhood, they saying that these people that's in this neighborhood ain't investing in this neighborhood. But the people that work every day, how can they not invest in their neighborhood when this is where they're at? They can't invest in themselves because they ain't got no goddamn money to invest in themselves. How can they when they ain't getting paid enough? If you got to make 3 times your apartment rent, and they want $2,000 a month, you got to make at least $6,000. Do the math. How much money do you have to make per hour to make $6,000 a month? At 40 hours a week. You're going to need to be making $50 an hour, man. Who do you know make $50 an hour?
I got a couple people that make about 30. And that's a couple. And that's cause they did some, you know what I mean? They got all these certificates and whatnot. They had to go to school, do some schooling and shit like that. And the majority of people ain't making no $25 an hour, man. And that's why I say, man, part of my first I go like I said, I put my 40 in every week. You know what I mean? I know I'm actively trying to, you know what I mean, to get ahead. And
what I'm trying to tell you is, how can you get ahead when you're in an environment that's already...
It's impossible. Yeah, it's damn near impossible. Like you say, you got to be making $50 an hour. That means working 40 plus another what? A part-time job. So how you going to spend time with your family? When you going to sleep, man? You feel what I'm saying? This is shit I come up with. Cause I'm trying, Lord knows I'm trying.
You ain't got
everything.
You got 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Your first 8 hours is spent at a job.
Yeah.
You got to get 8 hours of sleep. So these next last 8 hours that you got to eat and everything else to make it through that day, where do you find the time to do it?
They know. They laughing while they coming up with their plan. These niggas ain't gonna be able to do this shit. Y'all niggas, they know it ain't enough time of the day.
Man, listen, that ain't enough time in the day. If this plan already been plotted out 30, fucking 40 years ago, then it ain't even about what's going on today. They been had this thing planned. We steady worried about today when these people that have been planning for 50 fucking years.
Right.
We worried about today, but these people had a plan for this shit 30 fucking years ago. You ain't involved in the planning.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Nowhere in the pictures.
If you knew the plan, goddamn it, and you knew what was going on, you'll be prepared for it. You'll be able to be saying, all right, well, I need to do this to invest in that. Because that'll bring me back another investment to where I can do more for myself and my people. You're not part of the plan, so you can't get in it.
So what you think? So with this being said, there's a lot more to be said, a lot more to be done. This is to bring awareness. If you were waking up, this should get you all the way up, man. At least get you
Bring
walking around.
awareness. If you still got some property, your grandma, your dad.
We ain't done with this though, but we ain't done with this by long. We might have to come back and do a part 2 on it. Cause I'm gonna go and dig up some more stuff until we get an answer from somebody in some shape, form, or fashion. Until I get an answer from somebody. I don't care if it's a negative or a positive.
We ain't gonna never get an answer from nobody because we not even at the court together.
Yeah.
Now what we may do is we might get us a deal, goddamn. They might try and shut us up and decide that, hey man, y'all niggas talking too much, y'all need to shut up, we're gonna do this and do that. But I've never been a motherfucker that just
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm not gonna go ahead, bro.
If the only way that shit would work is if we collectively came together, they put a number down and we could do something with that money for our people. So yeah, cause then I ain't gotta talk about it. I go ahead and walk.
Then you'll be walking the walk.
I go ahead and walk. But I ain't gonna stop motherfucking talking about this shit until something happens. Some kind of pot in our face.
This is what for me to shut up, they gonna have to find a spot and replace all the motherfucking low income houses from when they tore down Law Park, they tore down Joint Park. Go back and get the numbers as to how many apartments it was in Law Park, how many apartments it was in Jordan Park. Then once you put a space for those people and give them the opportunity first to be able to move in there. Don't just throw up some shit like you're throwing up every fucking way else. Throw up what was there. Give them some bricks, something that's gonna protect them.
Right.
Give it to them in an area that's in a high, bro. The south side of St. Pete is the highest elevated point in Pinellas County. They got to get us from over here because this is where they want to be at so that they will be structurally able to do whatever they're trying to do. Anywhere else, if the hurricane comes through, it's going to flood out. That's the reason why they done took our neighborhoods.
Right.
We was in the highest elevated point of the city.
Oh yeah. That's why we don't really get evacuated. It's not an evacuation zone. I know my house. You're on the inside.
This whole area, this area right here. When you ride down 22nd, do you ever seen that sign in front of the old Johnny Roof Bar? The highest elevated point in the county?
No.
And that's on a sign.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit we never paid attention to.
I rode by it was a big time.
Why you think everybody moving over here? Because everybody on the beach can't survive the beach. When the beach got them to get flooded, they
And my job required me to go out to a lot of these lakes and ponds. So I see they got a lot of houses right now that's sitting up on stilts. That's out there towards the beaches around the lakes and stuff, man. And you looking up at a house. It's a house that was on the ground, but they taking it and putting them up on stilts.
They know that their insurance going up so high, and that every time the hurricane comes through, they flood not. So what is the best way to survive the flood? Build up.
We sitting here on now social media, hey man, easy zone. But we sitting here distracted by all kind of bullshit, bro. We're talking about shit going on around us. Right now, while me and you talking, they doing some shit.
And it's going on because you got so much everybody else being this. You're more distracted by materialism than you are realism. These people are caught up. If you're not a materialistic person, then don't nobody want to hear shit you got to say. If you ain't got the materials to back up the bullshit they think you talking about, it's bullshit because it's not their reality.
Right.
The reality of it is everybody around here struggling. And ain't nobody trying to end the struggle.
No, we rather just
They cool with the
act
oppression.
like we not struggling.
It's cool to be oppressed. They done made it. The people got a motherfucker so scared around here. They more afraid of the police than they is of God.
That's true. That's how they want it. That's how they designed it. You don't even call on God, man. You don't call on God. You call on...
You can't call on your city councilman. You can't go down there and ask the mayor, goddamn it, hey man, listen, I need some help, goddamn it. What don't you get $1 billion in taxes? What are you doing to help us out? What are you giving back to us? Yeah, you the first one look like us done been in there, but what have you done for us? What have you literally done to help the economic structuring of the black people in your community? What have you done in the last 2 to 4 years to benefit us?
That's a question I think we need to bring to the man.
That needs to be to everyone that's gonna go down there and get in that position. Everybody going down there looking to say, okay, well, I want to be the mayor of this town.
But I think even with that, it seems like everybody start out saying the shit. You can say some shit to get in somewhere, but then when you get in there, that ain't what was in your heart the whole time. People say what's not in their heart all the time.
So you got to hold them accountable for what they saying.
Right. Which they don't really get held accountable. They get voted in.
Nobody gonna get held accountable because once the voting is over with, then the people back to their regular scheduled program. And you wondering why, goddammit, the schools are so fucked up. You sending now that's gentrification. When you was a kid, you didn't go to school with nobody outside of your neighborhood.
Right.
You didn't have children from. Okay, let's look at it now. When I was a kid, it wasn't no niggas out of Jordan Park going to John Hopkins. They was busting us to Riviera, Tyrone. But now, you have the kids from Jordan Park, Bethel Heights, Botley Park, and everywhere else at one fucking school. But you done put all these children in these schools that these neighborhoods been beefing with each other. These kids' brothers have been killed, so they don't like the other kids from this neighborhood because they over there representing the motherfucker that done killed their brothers or sisters or some shit, you feel me? But now you gonna send them all in one place. Now you done made a hot pocket in school. How do you expect these kids to go in there and pay attention when they got enemies that they ain't even motherfuckers supposed to have? Half of the people around here are some kin to each other by some means or another. Fucking 14-year-old little boy just got killed a couple months ago, man.
Yeah. I was shooting, I think yesterday, for the night. I don't know the details on it all that, but I was at work when I got that information. It was broad daylight. It was hot as hell outside too, man. It was like early afternoon, man. Like stuff going on like that, man. It's shit is crazy.
Unheard of in the 80s for a motherfucker to be having 13, 14-year-olds with guns. It was around, it was happening, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. Motherfucker couldn't just go break in a bitch car and come back to the south side with a gun.
It's crazy, man.
And in the 80s, motherfuckers was just not getting a hold of AKs. Now these motherfuckers got AKs that motherfucking shoot faster than a motherfucker, man. Oh, man. Listen, them motherfuckers that put 100 rounds in the air in under a minute.
Yep. We got a lot of work to do. With this message for today, man, for everybody that's watching this podcast, we're gonna have to do a part 2 of this. I don't know how many parts it is, but until I admit it's a tape. I implore you to do your research on gentrification and the history behind Southside St. Pete. Find Brother Rico here on Facebook. We got another sites doing?
Nah, I ain't on too much of that social media. I really don't even be on the book like that.
Yeah, you gotta catch them.
Man, Rico King, man, we can discuss. I can give you. Listen, this ain't no. We just doing a podcast. We talking, and this is just my point of view. I can't tell you to view things from my point of view because you ain't been through my shoes. But if what I'm saying you can relate to, then yeah, let's get together and do what we can. But as it stands, man, we on our own. We fighting an uphill battle, goddammit, that's still, we fighting uphill, but at the bottom of a hill that's straight up. You can't climb up a cliff that's straight up. How you gonna get up there? Our battle is with them people downtown, man. We got to control the people that's controlling us.
I say this is
If y'all want to stop the violence in your neighborhood, then guess what you got to do? You got to be able to get the kids something that's going to be productive. If you don't want to see the kids getting shot and killed, then you got to be able to figure out how it is we going to get them some financial literacy to keep them from feeling like that they can't do nothing else other than take something or steal something. We got to fight the people that's fighting us, bro. And you ain't gonna get nowhere, goddamn it, until you goddamn it get your children a better education.